Hello people out there. So some people have been asking for me to do some facts about my AU. I've been planning on doing something like this for a while, but procrastination really said no. So today that's what we will be doing. First things first, I do not focus only on the Afton family, I focus more on the children. Like the missing children, Charlie, and Afton siblings. Also the other night guards. William was and is a bad father. And no, not just to Michael, it was to all three of them. He didn't physically abuse them, but he did neglect them, and he would verbally abuse them when he would get super annoyed with them. Also the whole giving his child nightmares with illusion discs to keep him away from his murder sites. I know I'm probably going to get a lot of crap about this, but Michael is not the older brother, but the crying child. Yes, I believe in the Mike victim theory, but you are probably asking, then who's the older brother? I have my own theory that it is Phone Guy. I could go more in that theory, but here are some pinpoints. Phone Guy's favorite animatronic is Foxy. He can seem very chill on most of his phone calls, knows how the spring lock animatronics work and how to get into the suit, and he was killed by Golden Freddy, so he can also be possessing Golden Freddy and also talking to Michael thought the survival guide. And before you say Phone Guy is Scott, Scott is out of the FNAF community, so shush. Where everyone is in the present, aka after the FNAF 6 fire, is in the afterlife, not in the living world. The missing children, Afton kids and Charlie all aged a bit when they got to the afterlife. They are 13 to 15 years old. Elizabeth and Charlie are the youngest in the group, so they are 13, Jeremy, Susie, and Fritz are 14, and Gabriel, Cassidy and Michael are 15. And yes, Michael is counted in this because when William fixed him, Michael was just possessing his own body. And the rest of the night guards, including Phone Guy, are around 16 to 18. The older brother's name is Evan. This one might start wars in the comments, but I have gotten comments asking me stuff like this. Yes, the missing kids, Afton kids and Charlie have their own crushes on someone. But before I hear anything gross about this in the comments, even though they aged up a bit, doesn't mean they understand what the devil's tango is, or other mature relationship things. It's just little kid crushes. The only one really knowing about this stuff is the older brother and the other night guards. So no, there is no kissing, making out, and other stuff like that. It's like how little kids would behave when they have a crush, like teasing, little compliment, holding hands, stuff like that. This one kind of goes off of the last fact, but since the missing kids, Charlie, and Elizabeth never got to learn about the mature stuff, and were alive around the 70s and 80s, they were not told about the LGBTQ+. So they don't care about liking someone over their gender. Mrs. Afton and Henry didn't mind the LGBTQ community back then and supported it and still do. Michael was told about it, through William, but the older brother and Henry told him it was okay to love who you want to love. After William put Michael back together, Michael was just possessing his own body. So his body grew but not his soul. This had effect on how Michael grew up. Even when Michael got older, he still loved Freddy Fazbear's and still kept psychic friend Fredbear on him at all times. He didn't have friends in school, but he always had psychic friend Fredbear. When William noticed this and saw this with the possessed animatronics, Michael went into homeschooling around middle school, where William taught him, and Henry even pitched in. It doesn't mean Michael didn't mature a bit or was an idiot. He did mature a bit but never lost his inner child, literally, and was very smart thanks to William and Henry. But like the other missing children, Charlie, and his sister, there is some mature stuff he doesn't really understand and that grosses him out. So I guess you can say he ended up asexual, since he doesn't want anything to do with the devil's tango. That's all I could come up with. You guys can ask me questions in the comments if you want. And sorry if things didn't make sense with the text-to-speech, it's either it's sound wrong or it's because of my dyslexia. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching, goodbye.